Today we're doing a review of a product I was pretty much born to review. It's a smart jump rope, and it's from a company called Hygear. We're looking at the Hyrope smart jump rope. You know, do I like this rope? Can I see myself using this in the future? That is all coming up. What's shaking, fam? It's your boy, Andy Baryer, Handy Andy from handyandymedia.com. And today we're doing a review of a product I was pretty much born to review. It's a smart jump rope, and it's from a company called Hygear. We're looking at the Hyrope smart jump rope. In this review, I'll talk a little bit about, my experience using this rope, especially as it compares to the other ropes that I use. We'll discuss a little bit about the design of this rope in terms of how it works, how the smart features work. And then we're just going to cut right to my experiences using it. Do I like this rope? Can I see myself using this in the future? That is all coming up. So once again, sit back, relax, get your popcorn ready, folks, because we're talking jump ropes. Cue the intro. So the first thing I noticed about this rope, especially as I compared it to the other ropes that I use, I have the CrossFit rope, but I also have this nylon rope from Rush Athletics, which I really like. That's the one that I use currently. But when you compare this one to those, you'll notice that it has an extremely large handle. Now, some people prefer a large handle. Some people like them shorter. Some people even like heavier handles because they're using heavier ropes to build their muscles in their arms. Me personally, I'm pretty much like committed to the speed rope. It does take batteries. It doesn't have a built-in battery, so no USB charging, but you have to put in two AAA batteries inside here. But what's interesting, it's not like put one on this one and one on the other. Two of them go into one handle. But when you put the batteries in, the weight is actually the same on both handles. So you could tell that they did take that into consideration. It would have been really weird if one handle weighed more than the other. So it is the same weight, still a little heavier than I prefer, and also a little bit longer than I would have preferred. Now, in terms of the rope, it's got an actual interesting way of putting the rope on. You have these two little holes here, and then you basically slide the rope in. You loop it to a level that you would want it, and then you clip it on this little clip that it comes on the side. You definitely don't want to lose this clip, but it actually does keep that rope secure, and then you can adjust it to whatever height that you want. Now, in terms of jump rope height, and I don't know if you guys jump rope or not, but there's always a big debate on how long your jump rope should be. Typically, what you would want to do is you put 1 foot on the middle of the rope and then put it up around your armpits. The top of the handle should go around your armpit area. From there, it's just a minor adjustment. Some people like a little bit shorter, some a little bit longer, but generally that is the area that you're going to want to go and find the rope and adjust it when you're setting it up for the first time. Now, what I did is I wanted to record my first experiences using this because it's been a while since I used a different rope, and you get really accustomed to your rope. It's basically like the back of your hand. So when you see it, I kind of stumbled with this rope beginnings, especially when I was trying to do the crossovers. Those moves, it just wasn't coming to me naturally, and I think it's because the handles are much longer than I'm used to. A lot of the crossover move has to do with wrist movements. And so just having that bigger handle, then I kept screwing up. After a while, I was getting used to it, but I was still using more of my arms than I wanted to, less of my wrists, and that's just because I'm so used to having a smaller handle. But when it came to all the other moves, I was doing really good, and that's because I'm familiar with this type of rope. It's actually a metal rope with a PVC cover on it, so it makes it durable, but it does have a metal rope inside the middle of it. And this was actually the first type of rope that I used when I first started jumping. So I was familiar with it. It's kind of like a speed rope. It is light. So I was able to do all the different types of footwork moves that I normally do. It's only when it comes to any kind of crossover moves, that's when I was struggling. But a lot of the other jump moves that I could do, even the double bounce, I was able to just jump continuously doing the double bounce for a while with this without any issues. So as a rope, it's not bad. It really depends on your preference on having the large handles. Now let's talk about the smart features. as I mentioned, this works with the Hygear app, and that has a variety of different products. I also reviewed their Hygear smart resistance bands. So if you want to check out that video, make sure you find it on my channel. That's like, your typical resistance bands, but they have smart features. In terms of this one, it uses the same app, but you would use it with the jump rope, the Hyrope. And what you could do inside there is you can select different types of workouts. They'll even give you instructions, jumping kind of tutorial videos. But you would set like a freestyle jump, and then you can track your workouts from there. It is nice. It's nice to see. I would like to have had a tablet as if I was jumping to do that live reading, because it was hard to see on a smartphone if you put it in front of you, especially while you're jumping up and down. But it does track that, and at the end of the session, you can see how many calories you burned, your jump sets. You can even set how many sets you want before you rest. So you can program your workouts inside there. I see this category developing more in the future. This is really, it seems like, on the early stages. A couple of things I would like to see. Please make the handle smaller. This is just too large. It's a little heavy. If you could just squish it and keep those smart features, people like me would appreciate it. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I want to see a speed rope type of jump rope that is smart. This one, the handle is just a little too, look at the size of this thing. It's huge. It's quite big, and I don't know if it's necessary to have a big handle like that. But I do like the smart features. Currently, I use my activity tracker to track my jumps. This one actually that I'm using tracks jump rope sessions, and it has use the accelerometer, so you really don't need it inside your actual rope, but it is now a feature. And you know what? In the future, any rope that comes out that's smart, I'm definitely going to check it, because I love jumping rope. It's changed my life, man. I lost so much weight. I got in shape all because of a rope. Well, folks, what do I think about this? For beginners, yeah, you could use this if you're really into data. You like to track your workouts and you want to see that progression. Maybe you're like me. Like, I only do 2,000 jumps a day now to try not to hurt my feet. So you could use that to track that. You could use it just to track your calories. You could gamify jumps. But again, like I said, some of the wearables, you can do it on there as well. So it really depends on if you need to see it live while you're jumping, or if you just want to record your sessions that you can look at later on. So it's not bad. I hope for new improvements on this, but I see this category growing in the future. Everything's getting connected, and including smart fitness equipment. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed this review. Once again, if you have any questions, or if you want me to start a jump rope guide, because we've been talking about that, maybe I should start an entire tutorial video on how to learn to jump rope. Leave that in the comments below. I need some inspiration to make this whole series, so that would be very much appreciated. Once again, it's your boy, Andy Baryer, Handy Andy from Handy Andy Media. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. See you again next time. Bye for now.